Time for our regular feature, Tech Talk, looking at what's happening in the world of tech. There she is, Gadget Gal, Clare Petra Matthes, joining us this morning. Lots to talk about, Claire. Good to have you back with us again this week. So it looks like Ford are going to try and keep us safer and see if we drive a Ford to make sure we're awake behind the wheel. Where's this come from?
Yeah, their testing involves participants completing a driving simulation while their brain activity is scanned by an MRI machine. And the scenario, which is designed, this is where the technology comes in. The scenario is designed using sort of gaming technology and involves a 3-lane highway at night. So the vehicle in the middle lane sort of brakes. Suddenly the participant has to take over and move the car either to the left or the right, or in your case, the left or the right. I'm not really sure how you're watching me. And using a handheld device. So participants are then prompted by engine sounds around them and all that kind of stuff. And the MRI machine scans the brain before and during these actions. Wow, and your sort of your heart rate is monitored, your breathing rate and other sort of physiological measures. And this unique research project, it's kind of going to take driver monitoring a little bit further, that extra step further, just to help ensure, smooth transition to driving vehicles with advanced driver assistance features. And I think Ford are always trying to I think most car manufacturers, but I've been working a bit with Ford, and I know that they are trying very hard to take sort of driver assistance features that little bit further.
Now, this is one way of doing it as well, considering the number of road accidents we have in this country. I think we'll watch that very closely. Let's talk, if we could, Claire, about SARS. Oh dear, SARS is now getting fancy and new high-tech systems to target taxpayers. Should we be scared?
Yeah, no, I don't know if we should be scared. I think you should be scared if you're hiding something. SARS announced on Wednesday that they'll start using sort of algorithms, machine learning, and other advanced technology to ensure sort of taxpayer compliance, which I think is only fair. They're going to they've reviewed their methodology and to detect risk and sort of highlight cases where non-compliance was detected. And they say they're going to implement several, they've kept it kind of vague, but they're going to implement several machine learning models that leverage multiple asset and income stream data sources to detect non-declaration and under-declaration. So I think if you're a taxpayer who disposed of assets without declaring, they gave us a long list, sort of, without declaring capital gains tax, offshore investments that appear to have come from sources that were not declared as taxable income. So those kinds of things are going to be the things that they're going to pick up, hopefully quite easily.
So it's for those of us that are behaving, we should actually be okay. It's for those of us who have been doing things we shouldn't be, studying the technology could actually land us in a lot of trouble. All right, let's talk about Amazon. Shall we, one of the richest men in the world, George Bezos, he's decided he's made enough money, so he's giving free access to, what is this, some cybersecurity awareness training. What's this about?
Well, Jeff Bezos didn't decide. Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon currently, he decided. So he was at a White House Cyber Security Summit with US President Joe Biden in August with other tech leaders. And they were kind of discussing how private and public sectors could work together to improve cybersecurity. And during that meeting, he announced that Amazon would make cybersecurity, or make it available, the same sort of cybersecurity that they use for their employees, and make it available to businesses and individuals around the world at no cost, which is great, I think, especially coming from Amazon. And they have now they're kind of proud to deliver on that commitment and have made it available online. The training includes sort of identifying common social exploits for businesses and individuals. But the problem with cybersecurity training is that it can be really boring. And to try and get through everything, and it obviously it's very important, but I don't know, it can be quite boring. We all know it's important, but so they say that they've made it digestible, succinct, entertaining, just to keep people highly engaged. People can interact and align with the content, and really enjoy the content, which I hope is true, because we know it's important, but as I said, it can be very, very boring.
Yeah, very boring. We don't generally care until our computers have been hacked. Maybe they can gamify it. Maybe they can keep someone's attention for longer than 5 minutes. Always a pleasure. Clare Petra Matthes, Gadget Gal, joining us here on the South African Morning. We'll check in again next week with another tech expert, see what's happening in the world of gadgets, tech and gizmos.